folks, welcome back. This is Charles Thomas again here at JTech Institute, and today we're going to be measuring driveline angles and working angles of our U-joint. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our angle finder here in a socket. We're going to go ahead and turn this on. Make sure it's zeroed out on a level surface. Alright, and that's pretty close to level. What you're going to do is you're going to come down here to your transmission yoke and your drive shaft, and what you want to do is you want to take these spring clips, snap ring clips, different people call them different things. Alright, and what we're going to do is we're going to take our first measurement off of the yoke of the transmission, and the way we're going to do that is we're just going to take this socket right here, stick it on the cap, and put our angle on it. Now you want to hold it as straight with the drive shaft as possible. As you can see, I got about 3.6 on the angle. And what you're going to do is you're going to notate that, because what you're going to do is take and spin this drive shaft. Make sure you have your rear end raised up and the transmission in neutral so you can do this. And you're going to take and measure the transmission cap on the universal joint. Alright, and there we have about 1.92. Alright, so in other words, that puts a roughly a 1.1 degree working angle on just that single U-joint right there. Alright, and what you're going to do is you're going to come down here, you're going to measure the same spot. Make sure your end cap is the cap that's attached to the first drive axle or drive line. You're just going to take and repeat the process. Alright, now we got 2.2 down. Alright, you always want to make a notation of which angle it's going in. All of these so far have been in the downward position. So what we're going to do is we're going to take and spin this a little bit. Make sure it's pretty much level, and measure it again. Alright, I got 4.2, which roughly gives me about a 1 degree working angle on this U-joint here. Alright, now we're going to come down here to the differential. We're going to take our first measurement off of the secondary drive line cap on this U-joint. Always make sure you stay consistent on which way you're measuring. And we got 4.3. Alright. Then we're just going to take it and spin this. And we're going to measure off of the yoke. I got a 1.3, so that gives me about a 2.7 degree angle, working angle on that U-joint. And the reason for that is because if you take a look here, this carrier bearing is completely worn out. And if you look a little bit further down on the drive axle here, you got a dent here and here that are pretty significant. Now what I would do next is measure my run out on my drive axle to go into further details, but I can almost bet that this drive shaft here would have to be replaced, because due to the dent, it'll throw it off balance, then you'll get a vibration whenever you're driving. Same thing with this carrier bearing. We would have to tear this down and replace it, due to the fact that if you hit it too hard, you're going to put increased stress on these. And the bearings inside are probably about the size of the tip of your pin, and you'll damage them very easy. But from what I can tell, that's what needs to be done to this truck. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna order my parts, and I will see y'all on the flip side. This is Charles Thomas again here at JTech Institute, signing out.
Everyone start out.